Só dá um aviso que estamos com mais pessoas chegando, que chegaram 6, 7 pessoas.
Sejam bem-vindos, quem acabou de entrar na sala. O áudio...
Pessoal, vamos começar a transmissão. Podemos iniciar. Isa, conta até 5 e vamos embora.
Tá bom. Olá, pessoal. Boa tarde a todos.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, everyone. You are very welcome to the 32nd gathering of the ICCC, the International Cosmoetic Conscienciological Community. This gathering this year, 2020, has its Materpensene, the key concept, the word integration. Integration between intermissives, integration between researchers, teachers, students, and all consciousness gathering together here at the ICT. This gathering is of a singular importance because it marks our positioning, our uninterrupted intersubstantial positioning of all consciential-centric institutions in this year of great challenge, not just for our science, conscientiology, but for all humanity. The challenge within this pandemic context have been many. So with unity, recycling, universalism, neophilia, and strong traits, we could manage to adapt and to continue the interest process to the courses, congress, conference, and symposium. So we did not stop, and we expanded for the whole world. So we integrated the 21st century technology, broken idiomatic and geographic barriers, aiming at intersubstantial, claritas, fraternal, cosmoethical assistance, and the best for the person and group evolutionary process. So we are going to watch now a short video to show a little bit about this synergy about our work. Resomating is quite an opportunity, and we intermissivists accepted this challenge of implanting the consensual paradigm on the planet. We, inverter, anticipate consensual maturity in favor of evolutionary wholesome. Making this planet a bit better in our group programming, that's why we are committed to support projects and expand cutting-edge ideas. This expansion begins with intimate reflection and the science of self-diagnosis, leading to holomaturity. And from our interconsciential recycling comes the innovative and therapeutic process. And this expansion is experienced by multidimensional self-awareness through the lucid projectability. Based on multidimensional self-awareness, we invest in seriexological self-awareness using different parapsychic techniques and tools. We evolve when we invest on lucid parapsychics and its practical application and production of knowledge. And if we stop to reflect, we will see that we are full of inputs to contribute. And we are lucid through this interdimensional communication. Many consciousness rely on the completeness of our energetic task. And many consciousness are waiting for our claritasco positioning by writing, accelerating evolutionary process, learning and teaching with each other makes all the difference. It is only a group that will get real understanding of what mega fraternity. And when we think about big enterprise, based on this holocene of cosmoethics, great exchange based on interchange and synergy between the writers. The union of conscienciologists allowed this construction of this mega real monological effort. This is to keep our focus on integration, clarifying consciousness, evolution, and for this multidimensional group evolution, the volunteering is conscienciology in practice, promoting unity and interessential synergies between groups of intermissivists in the realization of group maxi proexis.
Pessoal, e é com esse vídeo para lá de...
It is with this well-energized video that we open officially the 32nd gathering of ICCC to show our complementarity from all consensus-centric institutions. And now we have the World Community team represented by the General Secretary, Juliana. Good afternoon, everybody. It's a huge satisfaction to be here again with you. And now in a new format, suitable for this moment we are facing. So to share with you the success and learning of our community in 2020. We began the year filled with gas, with many challenges, perspectives, plans, and projects. But in March, we have been surprised by the pandemic and the need to review our activities, our planning, our existence. As the pandemic takes us a deeper look at our role as intermissivists and conscienciologists, and we integrate the team in this critical moment of humanity and parahumanity. Maintain the focus on multidimensionality, interessentiality, parasecurity, orthodoxy, energetic self-sustainability. In a moment like this, it's not something easy. This is a challenge task, even for us, studying, researching, disseminating, and experiencing the consensual paradigm. The good news is that we go along very well with it, very well with it. So the community adaptation capacity has been tested, and I can say that we had a good score. So quickly, the team of technologists provided tools, tutorials, lives to help all institutions and social organisms how to migrate from their activities to an online modality. In a few days, we have created a multidisciplinary team mobilized to facilitate the flow of information and action. And the committee derived from the CI's concept, was ICCC integrated action, actively motivated and supported the community for this institutional recycling. So we created medical guidelines, courses for the assistential fund of the ICCC, the technical and financial support for the economic and structural replanning, and they integrated ourselves even more to keep our focus on this group max access. So this is the installation of the consensual paradigm of the planet. So conscientiology, proposing this integral, multidimensional, multi-existential, bioenergetic, cosmoethical, universalist, and experimentological study of the consciousness was disclosed in all media. So we had a lot of assistance, and a lot is still going on. And we could reinvent ourselves from our union, from the extension of this interconfidence between ourselves, from the intraphysical team, from the helpers, from the TMAC, the extraphysical team. So this is really a year to celebrate, safely party our recycling, our achievements, our overcomes, the new way to manifest ourselves as consciousness and as community. We experience this paradox of isolated physically, but very united multidimensionally. We are here in an intraphysical experience, but more conscious than ever. So the moment requires this expanding of multidimensional self-awareness to avoid this present Holocene of pressure, and our intrinsic commitment and our understanding about continuity of existence and evolutionary dynamics. So for this reason, I want to congratulate and to thank every ICC member, because together we are stronger, and this strength allowed us to have these synergies, and each one of us, with our singularities, made this available for the group at a critical moment. So this year, we also celebrate 50 years of UNICEF. And I can say that this was a year that we experienced the proposal of UNICEF, which is actually keep the union between the consensual-centric institutions. And naturally, this gathering of volunteers and researchers making their activities on their specialism, then can commit the group project for this implementation of a consensual paradigm on the planet. So the challenge of uniting different groups is real. Consensuology doesn't exist without multidimensionality. Also parapoliticology. So it's important to define these policies, premises, consensus, and also paradiplomacy. Because even with all goodwill, friendship, commitment to the intrinsic force, we have moments when we diverge, we have divergences. This made difficult the dialogue. So we have to place things in a cosmoetic way, aiming the best for all, and safeguarding the reason why we proposed this group, Max Proactive. I think our celebration was, in fact, a debut in which we had this preservation of the governance, functionality, and autonomy of the institutions and their unique features at a moment when we could get into financial media catastrophic, autocratic appeals, among others. So the balance is the strengthening of the ICCC Council, defining policies and parapolicies of research, of consensuological teaching, the communication, volunteering, parasecurity in parapsychic activities carried out with a research approach and an interassistential consensuological entrepreneurship, and the use of technologies and paratechnologies. So finally, the community started to understand and took on the responsibility of creating and implementing its reference policies from a collegiate named council. And these has been run by volunteers trying to define the parameters so we can go being a research community cutting edge of consensuological response. So we had predicted commemorative and qualifying campaigns for the community, but the dynamics of evolution did bring us the pandemic laboratory. So we celebrate in practice the achieved maturity, and we are very happy with the results from this work. We know that a lot has been done, but there is still a lot to be done. So 2021 will not be a very different regarding talents, but I consider that we are more prepared. So finally, I want to share my personal research awareness experience. So with the support from you from the helpers, I'm in this moment experiencing the opportunity of exercising the function of UNICEF General Secretary. So I'm at the end of my management term, and next year we will have new elections. But I want to register that I could have the generosity of the helpers and the whole community in this experiment, still in progress. So there were many challenges, feedbacks, adjustment, reflect. So I have enough research material for the next 30 years or maybe 30 lives. I know I have a lot to learn and to qualify, but I could not miss this opportunity to register my thanks to all of you from the Team In and Team Max. Who knows, when I decimate, I will get to understand the weight of this opportunity in the face of all these experienced contexts. So I want to express that my intention was and always, it is always to be a mini piece in this intersectional, multidimensional mechanism. So let us continue moving this work with a lot of synergy with paradiplomacy, universalism, fraternalism, promoting the experimentation of the consensual paradigm in this multidimensional here and now. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We congratulate UNICEF for its 15 years. And we want to give you this plate in the honor of this 15 years. So we now call Juliana Medeiros to make this first raffle for 20 gifts. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. So I will share my screen with you.
Eu não sei se o Everton me permitiu para agora sim. Só minuto.
So just one moment.
Vocês estão vendo a minha tela?
Can you see my screen?
Então, pessoal, agora a gente vai fazer o sorteio, né, dos brindes.
Now we will have this first turn of this raffle. So the first round, we have 20. 20 gifts. The first one is a day use at the Hotel Mabu Interlúdio. And I will not specify all of them in order to save time. We are going to make it through this app. We have all the names of the people who have enrolled. And we will ask for 20 names. So good luck to all of you. And So the result is Geraldo Guedes, and then Jessica, the second one, Eliana, Castilho. They have a place in the course, Existential Balance. Rinaldo got the ProEx, and Vanessa also. Maria de Fátima, a journal from Apex. Willie also, a journal. Carlos also. Igor and Natalie, also a journal from Apex. Thelma Crespo, a passport for laboratories at Aracê. Marcus Emerson, a course from Invexis. Rogério, Pentaforum, and Monica and Marisa, a course for tenepsology or pentology. So, and Yatra, Amin and Michael wrote the book about ectoplasm and ectoplasmy from Ectolab. So this was the first round. I will stop sharing my screen.
Muito bom, Ju. Muito bom. Muito bom, Ju.
Very good.
Então, pronto. Desculpa, pessoal,
Okay.
no improviso, mas deu certo.
Deu sim, Ju.
So everything is fine. Congratulations to everybody, the winners. And we want to share with you as an organizing group was the generosity from all the national-centric institutions that provided and they gave us many, many gifts. So congratulations to the winners and keep your attention to the next ones. So now, continue with our gathering 2020. We want to invite the Collegiate of Conscientiology, represented here by Moacir Gonçalves. So please, Moacir. Good afternoon, all intermissaries. First, I would like to thank UNICE and the organizing team of this gathering. And also, I would like to give a virtual hug to everyone present at this broadcast. This year, 2020, is a historical year for the ICCC. We are carrying out a virtual gathering in a very different context to which we are used to. This is a year that marked the world and put the majority of us literally at home. And this year will go into history as the moment that changed the ability of ICCC to adapt in a very difficult context. In this movement, creating a medical community to assist and making decisions about social isolation, we also created an integrated action committee formed by the finance and courses subcommittees to create the interassistential fund of the ICCC, and we started online course disseminating all CIs to help all students. So in these 9 months, we can say that we really had a practical gestation, part of the ICCC, with a number of courses, 38 online courses, and a number of people attending, and a collective integrated effort from the Collegiate of Conscientiology, the UNICE, and the Council of CIs and active participation of hundreds of volunteers helping to support and giving the knowledge for the courses. So this movement, initiated at Reaprendência and soon led by CIEC, presented us with a true effort on the from the part of the volunteers who have been working without stopping behind the scenes. So our special recognition. You have been brilliant. Congratulations. This result will go down into history. So the great legacy that we have achieved, giving the majority of the CIs going online, this online era, reaching intermissivists from all over the world. So our intermissivist friends from around the world can tell us. So, and they always ask after the pandemic, the courses will continue. Yes, this is our dream. The pandemic has brought legacies that must remain. Now, we also have a fund that will help us in the sustainability of our other institutions. No doubt, it is an initiative that will bear fruits and will amplify our strength. 2021 is a year of another change. Our term of office will end at the end of next year. So we will have a new team to be elected soon. This is the last gathering from the current collegiate from consensuology. So we want to use this moment to thank you for the support during these 4.5 years. And we are aware that we have been pioneers in this era of collegiatology. So this improvement and new way of management insert in this new governance of ICCC. So the collegiology era has come to stay. We are sure that our union could improve a lot the democratic governance of the ICCC. So a link was sent to the volunteers for an opinion survey for the succession of this collegiate. So from 11th to 22nd of December, we count on your support from all volunteers. So here is our thanks from the representative of the collegiate, Alexandre Baltazar, Alcira Alves, Cristina Aracaki, Malu Balona, and Moacir Gonçalves. A good gathering to everybody. So we thank Moacir and all members of the collegiate. So going ahead, we can say that 2020 has been also marked by several institutions. Here now we are going to present IEC, the International Association for the Expansion of Consensuality, represented by Cesar Cordioli. So I would like to thank this opportunity, and I would like to say some words regarding this adolescence completism of IEC. So we are here represented by 33 volunteers helping with this work, including people helping also with consensuological Calepino. So it's difficult to make a synthesis from all these 15 years of activities, but I think we can mention 3 lines. First, we have to say a deep thank you because today our team is very good. And we had very good people contributing with our work. So we cannot nominate everybody because we will forget some people for sure. So I say thank you to everybody who directly or indirectly helped us. And we are deeply, we have a deep gratitude to everybody for these people working all these projects we launched. And the second line is about the projects. It's important to say that IEC had always a line of work a bit outside of all super-institutional. And we have dedicated, especially for infrastructure of Cognopolis schools especially. So in these 15 years, we had a very important achievement, the creation of this Cognopolis neighborhood. We occupy about 25% of this neighborhood, and we have been intermediating all these projects. So we gave a bit of contribution, the construction of all campi, Reaprendência, ACIVEX, and in the case of CIEC, they existed already when we created IEC, but we had built this gallery of logic and the tertuliarium, amplification of this genius alley, and holothek and car parking and so on. There were some very important projects, some condominiums, residential integration and campus discernimento, not just to build it, but also to maintain, and the hotel interludium, which is very important for our region, generating jobs, and the radio, RCI, and they helped many people, centuries of people, and also the activity we have for Conscienciological Calepino. We gather many people at the same time. And we have about 2,000 people watching it, participating. So we are very happy with these results. And we just have to say thank you very much for the support from everybody. It's also important to say about the next projects, the goals for IEC. So apart from giving sustainability for all these we have here now, which is not easy, we also have a big goal to materialize the last piece, which is the megacentrum, the cultural megacentrum, holothek. So we are preparing to start next year. We should start by October next year. And the conclusion is October 2022. So I would like to finish by saying that we need a lot of help. We have many projects, very important projects that will impact the ICCC, many important projects, and we don't have enough people. So if you feel inspired to help, please, the doors are open. So we know that the first semester should be not very easy because of this pandemic, but we hope to slowly go back to the normality in the second semester. So this is what I could say in these 5 minutes, and I'm here representing all the volunteers. So thank you very much. This is, I'm very happy to be here among my colleagues from the Integração course. So we thank you very much. And we hope we give you this plate as a symbolic. So we will go ahead with the second round of the raffle. So important is to say that these people who got these gifts from the first round will be contacted by the Unicef. So can we go ahead with the second round?
Juliana, seu áudio está fechado.
Precisa ligar o áudio, Ju.
Agora conseguiu?
So now we can hear her.
O pessoal não estava conseguindo ligar.
So sorry, I was not able to switch on my microphone.
Então,
Now it's
vamos
okay.
Segunda,
So we will go to the next round
agora.
of this round.
Lista de prêmios.
And the second list is here.
Okay. Então, aqui são segundos prêmios.
So here we have many DVDs from Paulo Vieira, from Comunicons. And so we have 15 DVDs from Comunicons. So the next 20 names. So now we have the result. The first 15 who get this. So Jaciara, Silvana, Beatriz, Reinalda, Eliane, Maria do Carmo, Rodrigo, Augusto, Rodrigo Gonçalves, Augusto, Natália, Edna, Thalissa, Antônio Pitaguari, Eva Maria, Catias, Alessia Cesário. So they all got this DVD from Paulo Vieira. So Gabriel Aguiar. Gabriel got one online course. Chris Alves, also online course. Fourth gathering of Santa Catarina Corvinópolis, Ione Rosa and myself. Okay, I got a course at Consecutivos and Suleni also. So this was the second round. So I will stop sharing my screen now.
Então, Ju, primeiro parabenizamos
So,
os ganhadores dos brindes, né?
We'd like to thank you, the winners of the raffle, and we're going to talk about the punctuations in order to identify the group's progress in relation to 2020. The punctuations are fundamental, and to present them, we give the word to ICGE, represented here by the volunteer Flávio Bononato. It's with you, Flávio. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 32nd gathering, and I have an impossible mission here to show the accomplishment of the ICs from January to now. This material is already available on ACGE websites where you can access this information. So, icge.org.br. So you have here the gathering, and you can find this information here, which are the summarizing of the CI's realizations. So I suggest that you try to visualize this in your computer instead of on your mobile phone. So you find here this diagonal arrow, and you can expand this visualization. So my goal here is to show the functionality so that after you can see this information in a more tranquil way. And it was very surprising how these CIs work and were able to overcome and do a lot of online activities. So I'd like to highlight this consideration. All the data were collected through the CIs, and the graphs are divided in two parts. The first part is the period from January to March, and the second part from April to November of 2020. It is divided in 6 pages, so you can navigate down here in each of these pages. So the first, we have the free activities, debates, lives, tertulias, dynamics and parapsychic courses, parapsychic dynamics and courses, other activities promoted by the CIs, because they're not only courses, complementary information of the activities. We've also did a survey to understand if the CI had already courses online or had just started in this pandemic period. And finally, the totalization of the data presented. So I'd like to thank everybody that was a mini piece to get this accomplishment. So it's a work that you have contributed to ICCC. So in order for you to navigate in this material, you can filter and make an analyze each IC. So here we have the amount of people for free activities, and we have 2,148 volunteers. And I'd like to highlight that this is the summation of the volunteers of each CI. And probably this number is a bit greater, probably around 2,600 volunteers. So IEC works in these free activities, free of charge activities. So IEC data. So you have here the number of volunteers that helped to achieve 45 free of charge activities, which are the Calipines, and 66,429 online participations. Now I'm showing consecutives. We have this, and we also can see CIEC, for example, number of volunteers here, the number of CIs. Let's try to see Intercampi. Where is it? Intercampi. Here it is, Intercampi. So we have the structure of Intercampi. On the second page, you can view what were the courses and the amount of courses that were done in this period. So when you click here, you have 24 CIs and the total amount. Regarding the parapsychic dynamics, it's only about the first trimester of the year. So the weekly dynamics occurred only during from January to March, because all the other activities working that need to work with energies had this pause. So in this field here, let's see apex. We have cosmoethers here, and you're able to view the number of activities that were done in this period. Actolab, for instance, courses and parapsychic dynamics. Asimvex is here, 16 courses, 752 participation, and 1 parapsychic dynamic. So page 3, next page, these are the other activities, like complementary activities offered by the CIs, and we can have further information with this. For instance, at AC, they have the volunteering gathering and then this workshop of writing. You can hear the type of the activity. You can filter that. Another example, Juris Commons. So there were some accessories from paradirectology that took place at Juris Commons. Then we have Encyclosapiens. Then we have this verbetography program and these training tertulia with 4 people. And let's see the conscious here at last. Then they have these preceptories, consentiometric preceptories. So this is the way for you to view. And here you can find this filter. Let's search here. Let's say these consentiotherapy clinical attendments. So this is one way to visualize this material. And here we have another information that are some information that the CI wants to highlight in this period of over this 9 months. So we have here interpares. They don't have courses, but they have these donation activities. So they have here interviews done with people that are interested in the interpares projects. Uniascom, where is the Uniascom? Here it is. So the scripture journal was launched. Unicim, 21 meetings of the CI's council. And we're just saying that in each 15 days, we have this Unicim council getting together in order to discuss strategies to minimize the impacts of the pandemic in our activities. So Editares, for instance, they have a mega promotion of books. So they had 478 requested attended. I'm trying to show a little bit of each IC here. So Comunicon, so we have the audio book, and here there are more activities done by Comunicons. And then the next page of this survey was done in order to figure out if the CI had this parapsychic dynamics or started after the COVID pandemic. So we're talking about online courses. So we have here the greater majority of the CIs have already done online activities. 30% of the CIs started the online activities after the pandemic. And 4% probably the interparties has no online activities. And then the last page, we have this summary of all the data. We can perceive that ICCC has not stopped and the adaptation was big. the recycling really occurred, the group recycling really occurred. So we have in the total 4,507 activities done. And we have 272,000 people that directly or after just saw lives on YouTube channel and visualized that, not live. So we have 18,306 participants in courses, 248,000 in free activities, and so on. So I'd like to thank us, everybody, the contentiological volunteer that we were able to, in this year, not abnormal year, and we were able to maintain the dissemination of the contentious paradigm. Thank you very much, and have a nice gathering. Would like to thank you, Flávia, because these punctuations go beyond the number, and it leads us to reflect our capability of the intrusion and clarity task to spread it on the planet. And it's very important. So we'd like to go on. So one of the consensus-centric institutions is the Intercampi, which is having its anniversary in 2020, and we are going to see this video. Hello, guys. My name is Leonardo Martins. I'm the General Coordinator of Intercampi. I'm here to leave a message for the 32nd ICCC gathering. This year, it is online because of the whole global context, and I'm leaving this recorded message here. I started by thanking you and congratulating all the volunteers of contentiologists, SCIs, pre-SCIs, and OCs due to the challenge that was this year of 2020. So we are all here to be congratulated, and the method to scene of this gathering could not be another. Integration was, at least from my point of view, the key for us to be able to improve contentiology, even in a year of adversity during a pandemic such as this one. In particular, I extend my thanks to the SCIs that are commemorating milestones, important anniversaries this year. First, SCIEC, turning 25. It's a quarter of a century, a very expressive date, but also to IEC, Unicim, Comunicons, and also we at Intercampi are celebrating 15 years. And taking advantage of this, I will tell you a little about what it was like for Intercampi this year in particular. I think it was an experience similar to the other CIs, also noticed. But I will share here what was the experience we had this year, because I think it helps in the overview and contributes to the learning we had from the point of view of integration. So Intercampi had a challenge to adapt to the new reality of having to offer online courses, having to act without a classroom, but in a way that it was possible because of cohesive volunteering, and the institution was already investing more in its activities more related to its Materpensene, which is mental somatology. We were already at a pace mainly from 2015 to 2017 on. Until then, we had a greater pace of integration of institution development. So I see that this contributes to provide group discernment, and that this is made, it's possible for us to make this year as an opportunity instead of an obstacle or a problem. I also highlight here two Intercamp initiatives within this part of the integration. One was that we are able to act in a totally integrated way with the courses. That is, there was no more division between units. So the courses that were from the headquarters here in Natal or from the Recife, Fortaleza units, this is what was all done in an integrated manner, sales team, financial team, communication team, and also in an integrated way, uniting all the volunteers, and the revenue was equally distributed among these units. So we managed to have this mode of operation this year. Another action that I also highlight was the ability to integrate with other CIs offering activities, for example, the Consciência em Debate program, which we offered on YouTube, was a way of integrating other researchers from other CIs, expanding the dissemination of the ideas of contingentology. This is also something remarkable. And in general, this integration material was also the material for the year of Intercampi. We were able to integrate it in a way that make it possible to offer better destination for our activities. This was all the more beneficial for our public of students in general, but also for the volunteers themselves. The sense of integration helped a lot. This is very important because Intercampi is in the pre-Cognopolis condition. That is, we have the project of implanting a conscientiological campus here in Natal and evolve that campus to a Cognopolis level. So this theme of integration is fundamental for the project of this level to continue to evolve. So this is the message I'd like to leave. Let's move on. Very nice, people. So very nice. It was a way to homenageate CCCI. There is this plate here to be sent to Intercampi. So we'd like to talk about in another CI, which is Comunicons. So we're going to show a video prepared by the Comunicons volunteers. So establishment of the CCCI. The first TV show, partnership Intercampi Comunicons, the first tertulia broadcast, Green Room, the radio program featuring Magda, this webcasting of existential and inversion curriculum, the first documentary Parapedagogy, the meeting Comunicons Unicine, so recording of the first meeting of the 500th Council, the avant-premiere of the cinebiography Waldo Vieira, the Studio Connection Cognopolis, the media training course, the La Lingua Chakra course, the conscientiological communication assistance, recycling of artistic postures, conscientiological documentary and verbal presentations. This partnership with Versatile Home Video Distributor, the Cine Cognopolis, the cartoon short film campaign Alice's Garden, the production of the short film cartoon Alice's Garden, and the voiceover of it. So we have this Studio Connection, Cognopolis, Radio 2P, the communicometry course, the preceptorship in communicability. So we have the Communicology Week, workshop, visagism, workshop, traits of the artistic creative profile, evolutionary communication during the Communicology Week. This audiobook in Portuguese, Projections of the Consciousness, the film Screaming, National Theatre's Waldo Vieira, the Write Screenplays courses, conscientiological documentaries, recording for the documentary about EM in Finland. Dr. Waldo receives finished Anita Revonsuo's book. So recording and production of the audiobook Projections of Consciousness featuring Jacqueline Cohen and Francisco. So this morning, tertulia conscientiological communication in the media. So screen writes, the course write assistential evolutionary scripts. And here you can see the acknowledgements. Thank you to all friends and volunteers then and now, and to those who are also to come. From 2021, the priority is to give support to the volunteers who want to develop projects in the community college capacity, so they can develop products, course, workshops, debates, such as the right courses, media training, conscientiological communication assistance to authors, instructors, researchers, talk about their books, their research, so this information reach the audience who is seeking this information. With this purpose, it will carry out the second community college week from May 11th to 17th, 2021, seeking to qualify the transmission of information to lay public. The speech tone is claritastical, assistential, and welcoming, with in-person and online activities. Our doors are widely open to make partnerships, receive volunteers, and also contribute with supra-institutional communication projects that not only belong to RCI, but cover all conscientiocentric institution works. Our thanks to the intra and extra-physical helpers in this work, to the support received from the Conscientiology College Gate, to the volunteers who act in the communication areas, and pass on the dissemination of conscientiology science, and also give sustainability to the Unisyn's Intercommunication Council. Make the conscientiology known in the whole planet Earth. Very nice, very nice. Congratulations to all volunteers of Comunicons that had this claritastical commitment to spread this all over the planet. And here we have this anniversary plate, and we'll give it to you in another opportunity. Ju, do we have another raffle? Oh, we have more too. Oh, that's very nice. Let me share my screen here with you. Can you see? Okay. So this second round, we're going to the third round. Actually, we have this one, and we have another one at the end. So we have 15 gifts, which are these that you're able to see here. So let's do the raffle. I just inserted more names. We have the double of enrollments, so it's a little more difficult, but let's go. So raffle. So, Leonardo Rodrigues, Fernanda Cabral, Michel, Maria Zilar, Giovana Ponte have this OIC activities. Janaína Benedito just gained the basis of pacifism of IIPC. Andrea as well. Janete Maria Esther, the course Assistentiology of IIPC. Alberto, Just a minute, people. Alberto, this deepening in projectological research from IIPC, and Robson Oscar, João Copo, Ismar, and Mario, IIPC+, plus. You have 3 months of free access at IIPC+. So here we have it. Congratulations to all. And we still have another raffle. Very nice, people. So congratulations to the winners. And now, the intra and extra physical applause goes to CCCI, which this year completed the Silver Jubilee, that is 25 years, with the word volunteer Roberto Leimek. Hi everyone, good afternoon. I'm glad to be here. This year was really an unusual, a lot of challenges. But first of all, I would like to deeply thank all the volunteers. And when we talk about CCCI volunteers, we know that many of them volunteer as well and other as CIs. And a lot of CIs just arose from CCCI. So CCCI is a great interconnection net of the volunteering work. And we have this campus. Now it is closed, but it's usually open to a lot of online free activities. We have activities on daily basis. So it's very grateful to be able to keep these activities here at CCCI, and it is due to all the volunteer work. So thank you so much of all CCCI volunteers and also the volunteers of other CIs. We are a CI that have a lot of partnerships. We have the Friends of Encyclopedia that helps maintain the holocycle, the holoteca, and the majority of the introphysical maintains here. And all the CIs are our partners who the IC that isn't yet. We're open here, just contact us. We have a very strong partnership with Unicin. We have the council and collegiate of Unicin always supporting our projects. This year we were able to start new projects, for instance, the solar power plant and all the structure of firefighting. So while the pandemic is on, we are really working here. And you that know CCCI know all the resources that we have here. So you will find a new CCCI when you visit us again, because we haven't stopped and we are working in order to have more security, more quality in terms of sustainability of all of our resources. So as soon as the activities are back, you'll be able to get to know a new CCCI. And who doesn't know CCCI yet, may be curious to come and get to know it. And the 25th anniversary of CCCI this year was a coincidence with this evolutionary punctuation. And what is this? When the circumstances, the methodology, the context, it speeds up the pace of the changes, the intense recycling, and you change or you stop and you're left behind. So CCCI just did a lot of changes, and we traditionally we are an experimental campus, practical with a lot of practical activities. But due to the pandemic, we just had a lot of online activities. So a lot of our researchers, practical researchers, before this pandemic, they were not properly broadcasted around the world. But now we have these online activities, and we were able to amplify our connection and communication network. So we have a very robust, strong team in all areas of communication. So we were able to strengthen the volunteering. And we are exactly in this space, adapting to the current condition and making this organization to have a safer return to these presential in-person activities. If you know, relative to the 25th anniversary of CCCI, we broadcasted a live transmission. It is on CCCI YouTube channel, and we just talked about the history of CCCI, of all the coordinators, all the people that contributed to CCCI. And this live streaming was very important, and it is our YouTube channel. We also had this morning tertulia that we presented the punctuation of this 25 years. Just for you to have an example, if we get everything together, all the research resources that we have, tertulia, holoteca, and the laboratories, we have almost 2 million of items. We have more than 1,800,000 items to research. It's very serious. It's a big responsibility, but we do not stop. Holoteca continues to receive material. We have this very strong partnership with IEC in order to contribute that the cultural mega center will materialize in the best way possible. And then you have more options to access these research items. So in Tertuliarium, we had more than 1,005,000 access in the Tertuliarium web channel. So it shows the strength of CCCI, but not only CCCI, but the whole ICCC. We have a lot of CIs that are partners, and it contributes to broadcast contentology. So we have almost 600 friends of Encyclopedia. It is important, but our goal for the next year is 700 friends. We're counting on your contribution in order to maintain all these free of charge activities. So that's why I'm glad and I like to share that with you. We represent here the CIX Secretariat, but we have a lot of collaborators and supporters in Brazil and all over the world, and we are very grateful. We're closed physically, but our channels are open. So participate, get in touch with us, and we're going to keep our activities and broadcasting contentology in a better way possible. Thank you so much, and I'm counting with all of you to the next year. Till there. Great hug. Thank you so much for your words. Now we have our plate here too of CAEC, 25 years of CAEC. So congratulations, long live CAEC. Okay. Ju, do we have another raffle, don't we? Let's see if the people that were another gained anything. Let's see if you are able to gain a gift right now. So we have another gift, a last minute new gift. That is a course, which is the Just Come Intelligence online. So it's not here, but I'm going to share my screen again. So these are the next gifts. And another gift, which is not here. That was added in the last minute. So 19 this time.
Vamos lá. O próximo aqui é a Socorro Frazão.
Socorro Frazão. So, the Paradiretology Forum, Lucas Eduardo. A workshop of paradiretology conducts, and we have 5 journals of the world state: Ana, Cláudia, Maria, Leandro, and Annie. They have this magazine, this journal of the world state. Marina. So this course, Evolutionology Fundamentals, Victor, the second module of the same course, Isoé, Empathy, the Seed of Mega Fraternity, Liliana, Conscienciometry, the course, and I just skipped one, sorry, just a little bit, people. Marina, okay, the Vitor as well, the Isoé is a course, Music Therapy and Conscientiology, from Intercamp. Liliana has this course, Empathy, and Marina is the Conscienciometry course. Claudete, Use of Conscienciogram course. Nilma, Basis of the Parapsychism Development course. Isabella as well, same course. Hermânia and Rejane, Deepening Parapsychism course. And Monica, Alpenophilia course, and David, his new course of UNESCO, this Gestionographic Intelligent course. So this was the last raffle. Congratulations to all. And then I'm calling Isabella again. Bye-bye. So, we'd like to thank everyone and thank Juliana and comments that we are reaching the end of the 32nd gathering. Thanks for the opportunity to participate in the event. And I say goodbye and call my colleague Isabella for the closure. So, see you the next time. Have a nice new year. Thank you. Thanks, Milton, and all of you that participated in this 30-second gathering of ICCC, especially the organizing team that worked in a very intense way in order to reach this very nice event. Thanks for Unisyn volunteers and the gathering volunteers. And in order to end this event here, we just separated here and Orthopensata. Contentiology opened technically the evolution, the self-aware evolution and technical evolution in this planet. Now, the intermissivist approaches the existential programming in a rational and technical discernment without mysticism nor idolatries. In the future, this fact that is priority to all consciousness will be recognized of all the lucid people and the mankind. We go together, and at the end of this gathering, we're going to pass again the video, the opening video, through the Unisyn page. So I'd like to talk. So I'd like to invite everyone to access the Unisyn web page in order to watch the video again. And now I am asking to everyone to open your microphone and applause all the intra and extra physical consciousness that helped us during 2021. So could you please open all the microphones? Okay, it is free. The microphones are free for everyone. Well, congratulations to everyone. Everybody's clapping their hands. Congratulations to all volunteers.
Uma boa tarde, pessoal, e até
Good afternoon, everyone, and see you in the next gathering of ICC. Bye-bye, everyone.
Tchau, pessoal.
Valeu. Bye-bye.
Parabéns, tchau, tchau.
Congratulations to all.
Pessoal, grande abraço.
Big hug and congratulations. Thank you and congratulations to everyone.
Intermissivistas, aceitamos o desafio de implantação do paradigma consciencial no planeta.
Nós, inversores, antecipamos a maturidade consciencial
em prol do atacadismo evolutivo.
Deixar esse planeta um pouco melhor é a nossa programação grupal.
Por isso, seguimos com o compromisso de apoiarmos projetos e expandir as ideias de ponta.
Essa expansão se inicia a partir da reflexão íntima e a ciência do autodiagnóstico alavancando a holomaturidade.
E das nossas reciclagens.
And from our intraconsciencial recycling comes the innovative and paratherapeutic process. This expansion is experienced by the multidimensional self-awareness through the domain of lucid projectability. Based on multidimensional self-awareness, we invest in seriaxiological self-awareness, using different parapsychic techniques and tools. We evolve when we invest on lucid parapsychism and its practical application, and in the production of technical knowledge aimed at qualifying inter-assistance. If we stop to reflect, we will see that we are full of inputs to contribute, and that as a group, we go much further through interdimensional communication. Many consciousness rely on the completeness of our energetic tasks in this human life. Many consciousness await our clear task of positioning by writing.
Acelerar a erudição.
Accelerating evolutionary scholarship, learning and teaching with each other makes all the difference. And it's only in group that we get a real understanding of what mega fraternity is. Only the strength of the group can implant the cognopolis and reach great evolutionary enterprises. Larger holothoscenes based on the holothoscenes of cosmoethics. Great enterprise based on the exchange and synergy between the writers. The union of conscientiologists has allowed the construction of mega-urbanological endeavor. This is to keep the focus on the integration and clarifying the consciousness evolution. This is to promote Serenism intraphysically for multidimensional group evolution. This is volunteer and conscientiology in practice, promoting unity and interexistential synergism between groups of intermissivists and the realization of group proexis.
Tchau, pessoal.
Tchau, até mais.
Tchau, gente. Parabéns.